people here tonight. And when I look out across this room and see the love, the friendship, the joy, the exuberance, the enthusiasm here tonight, we all know what we're applauding, and we're applauding the effort that so many people went to. This was a people-driven, citizen-centered campaign, and it was a campaign of the heart. And so many of you were a part of that. You are the heart. You are the soul of this campaign. And that is just so exciting to me to look at. It's humbling. I am blessed to know each and every single one of you. And those are the exciting things that we look around and we see that it's the people that make and comprise the heart and soul and spirit and spine of a campaign. And that is what campaigns are supposed to be about. And I believe they will continue to be like that because people like you are out there to make sure that they can stay like that. We began this effort in 2010, and of course 2012 has been a continuation of that. And I cannot tell you and express into words what an honor it has been to be a candidate for the United States Congress and to apply for the job, really, to represent the 4th Congressional District of Arkansas that I love, that I've got deep roots here, and that I cherish. And that kept me going so many days, and I truly do believe that in America, that people-centered, citizen-driven campaigns still have a beautiful place in our American system. And I think just knowing that we got out there, we made the effort, you made it possible, you're the ones that did that, you got involved, you made a campaign that had 90% Arkansas support financially, you were the ones that helped us reach our 1,000th Arkansas donor. You did that. And that's an amazing thing to me. Now, here in the 4th Congressional District, what are the exciting things that we see? We see that the conservative message is bubbling up, and that people are responding to that conservative message by the large numbers, even here tonight in Columbia County, the large numbers of Republican voters for the first time ever. Individuals that I know even in this room tonight pulled that Republican ballot for the first time ever. And I've always said, the Republican Party, the Conservative Party, is the party of ideas. What are those ideas? Those ideas are limited government, lower taxes, individual liberty, and less intrusion from a federal autocracy up there and bureaucrats that are unelected and unaccountable to the people of the United States of America, and more liberty to the people under which are supposed to be being served by that government. Well, the people have risen up, and they have said, we no longer consent. So we're pushing back to the big, powerful entities in Washington, D.C. We're pushing back against all of that, and we will continue for that voice to be heard because that is critical for the long-term health of America. We have got to make sure that that continues to get out there. We will fight for a balanced budget amendment in the United States of America. Under Governor Huckabee's tenure there, when I was able to work with him, we had the privilege and the honor to be able to see them balance a budget year in and year out. That was with a Republican governor and a Democrat House and a Democrat Senate. They balanced the budget for the state of Arkansas. The Constitution requires that. Why should we demand or expect anything less from the federal government of this United States of America? They must learn to balance their budget like the state of Arkansas does. And I think it's time for us to send that message to We've also got to simplify our complicated, convoluted, hopelessly ridiculous 72,000-page tax code. That thing has got to go away. I agree with Steve Forbes. We've got to knife it, stake it, kill it, burn it, bury it, hope it never rises to see the light of day again in this country. We've got to bring it back to a couple of more things that I know we're all together that we will continue unifying. Earlier I called Tom Cotton. I conceded the race to Tom. I congratulated him on his victory tonight. The important thing, especially having been through Republican primary, is unity and to unify. And the reason that we can do that is because this message is the unifier. This message is what helps us build a platform that will continue to lead Arkansas years into the come as well. And part of that are some of the things that we feel like are important, like repealing the national health care bill. That is a horrendous piece, behemoth piece of legislation that we've got to completely repeal. Secondly, we've got to repeal Dodd-Frank. We've got to get rid of that banking bill because it is a complicated regulation on regulations. We've got to be sure that we do that and we do it very effectively. And so, from all of these issues that we've got out there, a couple more that I want to say that conservatives are so devoted to. One is the Second Amendment. We've got to stand true to the Second Amendment. I've often said, good luck disarming the 4th Congressional District of Arkansas. Not going to happen. Here's another one that I find very amusing. We talk about border security and the federal government. Now, y'all think about this. Border security, national defense, that actually is a constitutionally mandated responsibility of the federal government. They have completely abdicated their responsibility to secure this country and help with national defense by doing a simple thing like securing our border. When they ask me, what would you do to secure the borders and would you support a fence? I get tickled because I say securing the border, national defense, think about it. I know it's not spelled quite right, but it is defense. I mean, some of the stuff is not that hard. And we've just got to take some of these ideas to Washington. That's a very important thing for us. I just want to say such a heart of gratitude that I have tonight. We talk about the ideas that we have. One of the reasons there's so many of us still in this building tonight is because we are bonded. We're kindred spirits because of the issues that we champion, the things that we love, the principles that bind us together and literally knit our souls together. And to me, those are God-given. Our freedom does not come from government. Our liberty comes from God. And we must continue to remember that. I want to say some special thank yous. I know some folks had to leave tonight, but I just want y'all to realize that the candidate is such a small part of what actually happens. And as I look out my hometown, we did so well in Columbia County tonight, and I'm just so honored by that. And I have to say a huge thank you to Carolyn Terry, who was my Columbia County coordinator. I called her up. My goal was to have 1,400 Republican votes here in Columbia County, and we thought that was a little on the insane side. We did not know that was going to be possible. And she got out there, put an entire group of people together. Many of you are in the room tonight. And we have nearly 2,000 Republican votes. I want to say also, just a huge thank you, first of all, to Brian Lee, because he's still letting me talk up here. I always say the sound engineer has the ultimate power, because they can always turn off the power when they're tired of you speaking. But I appreciate Brian. He has done this for me since day one. Always been a part of my campaigns, pro bono, and just is coming and being a part of this. So I appreciate him so much. Angela Lester, I believe, is still in the room somewhere. She allowed us to have our signs in her business and I was going a lot campaigning, so she allowed me to have signs there. I just wanted to say thank you to her. Where is Lewis Blanchard? Has he made it this late? I know it's a little late. Where are you? Oh, here you are, right here, Mr. Blanchard. Now, y'all think about this. When I first ran for office, it was against United States Congressman Mike Ross, the current congressman. And I needed a treasurer for my campaign. And from the time you file for office, you have exactly 10 days to go get you a treasurer for your campaign, or you're in a little bit of toast with the FEC. And I've gone through a few phone calls of people that I just thought would be thrilled to be my campaign treasurer, and they weren't. And so I made a frantic phone call on about day 9, and Lewis Blanchard stepped forward, and he agreed to be my campaign treasurer if I promised to keep the cash flow going the way that it needed to. And I promised him I would run a debt-free campaign. We have done that. Thank you, Lewis Blanchard, for being my campaign treasurer. for driving me. There were some trips that we were able to leave Magnolia and come back to Magnolia, and he was able to drive me so I could work and make phone calls, and that was a blessing to my campaign. That freed up my campaign manager to go out and be doing some other things and kept us safe on the road. It's always a good thing when you have the military driving you around. You know you're going to get where you're supposed to be, and you're going to be protected every step of the way. So Jean and Pam, I really appreciate all the help from them too. I have to say thank you to Sherwood Phillips. Sherwood was a great personality. He got out there, and where are you, Sherwood? There you are, right back there. Go give him a hand. Sherwood is so creative. He's got one of the most creative brains out there for grassroots campaigns, and you all did great. And I think another reason that we did so well in Columbia County, and your entire team, and I know you had a team of people helping you, Sherwood, and I just appreciate that so much. Tommy Broom had to leave. He had a team of people that put signs together and distributed signs everywhere, which was absolutely amazing, and I just am so grateful for him and all of the work that he did with that. Russell Gregory. What do I even say? Your mom has known for quite some time that she has to just share you with me because you are my adopted son. I always thought I would have 4 boys, and I just knew that every stinking one of them would turn out just like you because this is such an amazing young American and so rare to find that in this day and age. I appreciate you. You broke your back for this campaign, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Russell. Debbie Jacks put together teams of people to go wave signs, which is not the most glamorous work in the work out there, but it's actually kind of fun, isn't it? Once you get over the sheer horror of standing on a street corner, just blatantly out there. So, Debbie, thank you for that, and your whole team. Esther, my Sunday school class, so many people became a part of that. I love it. You know, I want to say, they're not here, obviously, but I want to say a very special thank you to Governor Huckabee and Jim Keat, because they both endorsed my campaigns, and I have to say, Governor Mike Huckabee, he'll get out there and take a bullet for you. He just will. I mean, that's just what he is. He's extremely loyal. We talk about people not having any loyalty in politics, and I have to say, that is one loyal soul, and I appreciate that. He knew the fight I was up against in this race. There wasn't anything Pollyanna or rose-colored glasses. He knew what we were battling. And he stepped in there, and he fought, and he worked, and he endorsed, and he got involved, and I will appreciate him forever for that. So I just wanted to publicly thank him for being a part of that. Let me say as well, just this party tonight, my incredible committee, I know y'all are scattered everywhere in the crowd tonight. Tara Franks took it on and agreed to do it right from the beginning, and she helped as well in 2010, and that's always amazing when you don't wear people out the first go around and they're willing to come back for more, and I really appreciate Tara and her entire committee, and I know some of them, Julia Smith was on the committee, Tanya Watson was on the committee, and of course Jan and Daryl. How can we say thank you for y'all's generosity of hosting this activity? And it really is an honor to be here tonight. I got tickled though when we were telling people where the party was going to be. The media was interested obviously and came, and they were very tickled that I was going to be having my primary party in a barn in Columbia County. I told them, I said, you know, we're serious down there when it comes to our style. So we had a good time with that. Let me just thank a couple of my county coordinators. I think it's always fun when you look around and you see how many people came in from other areas. I've tried to make notes of who all is actually here. I know some may have had to leave. If I missed somebody, Bobby and John and Nancy, y'all help me try to find anyone if I missed them in the crowd. I want to say say, first of all, the Singer family. Yeah, but here's one right down here. David, Lindsay, Zachary, and Joshua. Zachary, wave at everybody. Give him a hand. I know. I love this. He got here tonight, and he beat me here. He was passing out stickers, and he pulled me over with his finger like this, and I said, "What is it, Zachary?" And he said, "I have an idea." I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "You see these stickers?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "People love these stickers." He said, "I think we should sell them." A young entrepreneur right there. We are on our way. Let me tell you what. You've already met this lady. You saw her on the news a little earlier. Nancy Emmons and John Emmons and Bobby Wilson from Hot Springs and Jim and Dale Garner are here too, and they're always very gracious and a hostess. I've stayed in their home, and longtime friends of mine that have just always given their all for everything that we've ever done. Brad Gores, where are you? Y'all give Brad Gores a hand. Union County, El Dorado. We love Union County tonight, Brad Gores. Thank you so much. He is one of the most remarkable young adults out there and truly loves what we do and what we stand for as a conservative party. I believe Eddie Arnold had to leave. He has helped me in Clark County a lot. He got an early morning tomorrow morning, so he headed out for that. Matt and Jeannie Stone are still here, and I appreciate you guys so much. Matt, I think you came to at least 4 debates and tons of events and lots of fundraisers, and you were just always there to support me, and again, one of the first ones way back in 2010, and I appreciate you and the whole Stone family. David's here tonight, and Ken Robinson, brother-in-law from Whitehall, is here tonight as well, and y'all have been golden, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We won Miller County tonight, too, and Amy Friedman, I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. I had an opponent in Miller County. We won Miller County, so thank you for that. I appreciate you, Amy, with all of the help you've done there. And Hempstead County, Robert Green is a friend of mine from Washita Baptist. He's right back here. Robert Green, thank you so much for all of your help with all of that. And just on a personal note, I have to say, one of the gentlemen that I always went to first to talk to about the campaign and to talk to about the campaign, and he always jumped in there with both feet, and that was Ralph Weiser. Thank you. You talk about a gentleman's gentleman, and you always, you believed in me, and I knew you did, and it was genuine, and I appreciate it. He gave me amazing advice, and if there is a titular head of the Republican Party in Columbia County, dear sir, it is you, and it is an honor to know you and to walk among you as with my friend. So I love you very, very much. Grant, have I missed anybody? Have you seen anyone else is anyone, I tried to take notes of who had left and who hadn't. So many of you, if you are in this room tonight, you have contributed to this campaign. And I just appreciate you so very, very much for being a part of that. And that does get down to, we talk about just what a big mountain this was to climb. And we got a dose. But my campaign staff, they faced it. And they stood up, and they worked their hearts out, and gave hours upon untold hours. And in a campaign, it is nothing to work 17 and 18-hour days every day for a year. And we've certainly done that tonight. I want to recognize 2 that are here tonight. And one of those is Laura Camp, right over here, my finance director, who has managed over $1 million at this point. And for those of you who know me, I'm a little bit of a control freak when it comes to money, so that I have, yes, $1 she has done that, and once again, we've run a debt-free campaign. We've now done that 3 times in a row, and it is because of that young lady right there that is even possible. And my campaign manager, Grant Wallace, what can I say about Grant? I hired Grant 10 years ago in Governor Huckabee's office. And I was just hoping against hope when I launched the campaign this year that he would be willing to come be a part of a risky venture. We knew what we were getting into. We knew what we were up against, and Grant said yes. And he came and he has poured his heart and soul into this. Grant is not only a great American, an amazing individual, but he is also like a family member to me, and I love him with all my heart. Please put your hands together and recognize my campaign manager. You know what, as I conclude tonight, again, I am just, there's disappointment when you pour your heart and soul into something and you fall short of that goal. That's never a fun moment. But I also know that God orchestrates our steps. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he has orchestrated our steps. And I trust him. I love him for this opportunity to stand here and do this and to run and to be a part of ideas that I feel like are bold and powerful and creative and constitutional and can help put this country back on the right path. And I also love him because I'm looking at so many faces tonight of so many people that I might never have known, I might never have met, and I might never have loved like I've met and known and loved because of this experience. And we will be bonded for life. That's how this works. We will be bonded for life. And so that's an exciting thing. So as I wrap up, I want to say, obviously, a couple more people I want to say thank you to. One is Ski Braswell, because of the amazing work that she does, and just her, my personal friend. My personal friend. And I love Ski and Betty. Thank you, Dr. Betty Baker. I love y'all so very, very much. Thank you so much. And to my wonderful family, Mom and Dad, Kurt, John, Caroline, Candace is here in the room, in the back, and been waving signs for me. So many of my dreams in life are because of the family support that I've had, and I really wanted to win this for y'all. I really did. So thank you again for your determination to stand behind me as a candidate, to believe in what we were doing, and I believe that the message that we sent, remember they had me at really low percentiles in all those polls they did recently, and so we did way better than the polls were showing, and I think that is in testimony, even though we were outspent exponentially, I think that shows the spirit of the people involved in the campaign, that once they have an opportunity to hear about a campaign, they respond, and they heard about it through people. And I think that that's very, very important. So, listen, this has been the honor of my life. I said it would be the honor of my life to serve in the United States Congress. What I have discovered, it's been the honor of my life to apply for the job, to serve in the United States Congress. And that heart of service will always still be there. I appreciate you all. I thank you. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for standing by my side. Thank you for being a part of all that we're doing. And I do love you with all of my heart and soul. Thank you